Welcome to everyone on my YouTube channel. My name is Launde. Are you ready to discuss with me? Now follow me, let's discuss. Now we get very important news today. When the ADP chairman, when Alliance Democratic Party, we be call Mohamed Kamarainba Mansare, where they don't grant a bill now finally. In lawyer come explain to me about his sickness wey be dey go to. This thing you don't say, we already know for say you don't say where this man here they suffer from this sickness here. They don't pull am, they put am, they go check am, they pull am, they put am, but finally they don't grant a bill. In lawyer when Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi, if you don't make an application so many times for me them grant a bill, but it not be the cost not be grant a bill, but finally now, thank God for that, they don't grant a bill. But in a condition, they not just grant a bill like that, so they get a condition. The condition is that if you pay 100 million leone, that is the condition. So you can watch the video and tell me whatsoever thing where you don't hear or where you don't know about this particular issue where they happen. Thank you.
Right, many thanks to Shekusila for that report. The bail of Mohamed Kamarainba Mansare and his co-accused have come, following requests from social or civil society activists and human rights campaigners about his, health and the fact that he has been behind bars for over a year. Right. Right.
Yeah, and online now we have his lead defense counsel, lawyer Emmanuel Safa Abdullahi. Emmanuel, good morning and welcome to Wake Up Sierra Leone.
Yeah, good morning, David.
All right, Emmanuel, we've had you when you've in previous days or weeks when you've submitted application for Mohamed Kamarainba Mansare to be granted bail, and those moments or those applications were not granted by the court. But now he has been granted a bail, and with some conditions. First off, tell us about the health condition of Mohamed Kamarainba Mansare and whether or not he has met the conditions given by the court.
Well, Mohamed has not been well for a long time. I mean, this is not news. It has been reported because this is something that we raised in September 2020, and the High Court granted an order for the Director of Medical Services to go to prisons and examine him. It was a matter of trying to get the medical people to testify before the court, which took so long. But unfortunately, we only got the orders a couple of days ago. Mohamed will be able to meet the bail conditions. Yesterday, the bail was granted almost at about 3 o'clock. So it was quite impossible to do the processing. This morning, his families and friends are there trying to ensure that he meets the bail condition. Then he will go home, but as you know, he has been sick for a long time.
As you talk about his health condition, that was challenged by the judiciary's spokesperson, El Cassano, saying that the documents that were put forward to the court, they were not as credible as they were, because they were not complete documents, and so the court had to seek a redo of the entire examination of his health condition. So what did this mean now as
well,
for you, the legal team, defending Mohamed Kamarainba?
That wasn't true. It has never been true. No documents were presented and rejected. We have to set the record straight. Like I said, I don't want to do a trial on media. We applied for bail. The prison doctors provided a medical report after examining Mohamed that he was sick, that there was a sign of prostate cancer. That document was not tendered in court because the court said we need to bring the prison authorities to tender the document, which we did. And then the court ordered Mohamed to be moved from prisons So an established hospital where he was for a couple of months and then taken back to prison. So this is the trend. You know, there has been nothing different from what I have said. Mohamed has been sick. We did not diagnose him. We did not take him to the hospital. The prison authorities themselves found that he was practically sick, and they did a report. And after that, he was taken to a hospital, and the hospital treated him for a while and taken back to prison. We have insisted that there is no sufficient medical facilities in prison to treat him for the sickness which he's complaining of. And that's what it is. We're excited that he eventually got bail yesterday, and we hope that he will be able to seek the medical treatment that is required of him, and will continue to try.
Emmanuel, can I quickly ask you this question? Regarding his health condition, what if in a situation, we live in a society where almost, those who are well-to-do can afford it when it comes to their health situations, they would not want them to be, themselves to be treated here. And it appeared from the conditions given that Mohamed Kamarainba Mansari poses a flight risk. Asking him to report and sign a register at the Master and Registrar's office 3 days a week. What if in a situation his health deteriorates to a point that he should be traveled out, he should be taken out of Sierra Leone for treatment? Is that something you're considering applying for?
Well, that's a whole different situation. We haven't gotten to that. When we get to that, then the court will have to consider that. We'll make the necessary application to the court. As of now, he's out. He will be out today, hopefully, when the processes are completed. And then he will be taken to the hospital, and then we'll continue to try. If we got to a situation where he's unable to get sufficient medical treatment, then we'll have to decide a new device in which the court will consider. It has to be on a case-by-case basis.
All right. Just as a way to round up before we let you go, what would you like to say regarding this entire process? You've been pushing for bail for a couple of months. Since he was incarcerated or detained at the Pademba Road prisons or correctional center, and it's been a long journey up to this point, over a year in detention for Kamarainba Mansari. So do you still trust the judiciary in terms of handling this matter?
The judiciary is the avenue where this matter has to be. I am a member of the judiciary. I'm a court officer as a lawyer. We believe that the judiciary will provide the platform where our clients will get fair trial. I don't want to do an assessment.
Two shorties who must deliver their traveling documents,
and one
must possess house ownership documents,
right? And
they all must report to the Master and Registrar of the High Court
3 days a week.
3 days a week.
So that's it there. We're now trying to get the Director of Communications of
our ambassador, KAO DENERO. KAO DENERO, they try for tell in thanks the out there for me they try for take this C19. No, they even give you a video for make it show for say nobody not afraid for take this particular vaccine because in say the show for starts, but putting there for start, entertainment for start, but how we go start where someone don't want to take this vaccine. So he even make a video where they show all in thanks there for say make them take the vaccine. Because they want to start the entertainment and they want push. So you can watch the video and tell me what you think about this particular vaccine. Because now the first one in it takes, so the first dose now in the part take now. So tell me what you think about this particular video we make or this particular vaccine where KAO DENERO, our ambassador, we don't take. So please leave the comments below. And don't forget for share, because when you share or when you subscribe, it just they make YouTube know me for say, yes, after Launde, they do a good stuff, they do a nice thing. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, how you doing, man? How are you doing, Ambassador KAO? Definitely, I did a Sunshine Community Health Clinic. The process on they see about for taking the AstraZeneca, the first dose, the vaccine. Definitely I have for advice all my fans them out there. I know so like for support the community. The hill station I near outside there. So I can't take my vaccine today. We not for day before they tell you not to get vaccinated. We will not do them. Leading by example, as you see, I'm getting my first vaccine, AstraZeneca. It's on. I advise you to go take them. Definitely, it's safe. All the propaganda out there, forget about that. We want for begin go shows. We want for begin go clubbing. We want for let things that open up. NACOVAC don't get timeline. Oh. If we not get vaccinated, things are not going to open up. Now, December, the council. So it's very essential. It's very important. Get vaccinated. Ambassador KAO DENERO, leading by example. God bless. Thank you very much.